It all started with the screaming. Not ours, someone else's. At first we thought it was an animal, but as we drove deeper into the desert, it started to sound human. By the time it echoed from beneath the car, we were too far from the highway to turn back. There were 4 of us, me, Tyler, behind the wheel, my best friend Marcus, recording everything like usual, Jen and Leo, the couple in the back seat, excited for one last adventure before we all went our separate ways. We were supposed to spend the weekend hiking Zion. We ended up fighting for our lives in a rusted hole under the earth, because someone was waiting out here. Someone who didn't want us to leave. We left Phoenix early, laughing and blasting music down Interstate 17. It felt like freedom. Wind through the windows, snacks in the cooler, no deadlines or responsibilities. Leo pointed out weird cloud patterns as we passed Flagstaff. Jen took pictures of everything. Marcus kept talking about how this trip would make the best vlog yet. But then, the GPS glitched. The highway disappeared, and a single dirt road blinked onto the screen with the label, Faster Route. We took it. Of course we did. We thought it'd be fun. Scenic, even. That road was a trap. The shortcut took us into empty land. No towns, no signs, no service. We passed a rotting billboard that said, Smile Valley, open daily. But the park was boarded up, overgrown, forgotten. The sun started setting, casting long shadows. The road got narrower, rougher, until finally, the car died. Out of nowhere. No smoke, no sound, just dead. We were stranded. We popped the hood. Leo swore he smelled something burning, but everything looked fine. Then Jen stopped. She stared past the hill. "Who's that?" she asked. A man, barefoot, filthy, stood motionless behind the hill, staring at us. Long, unwashed hair covered half his face. His clothes looked sewn together from different fabrics. Marcus called out. The man didn't move, didn't blink. When we looked again, he was gone. With no signal and no help, we set up a fire near the car. The night was silent. Too silent. No crickets, no wind. Just the occasional snap of a twig. At some point, Jen went to pee behind the bushes. She didn't come back. We called her name, flashlights cutting through the dark. Then we heard her scream. Far off, then again, closer. Then Leo panicked and went running after her. I turned just in time to see him run into the desert towards where the scream came from. Marcus and I ran after. We followed in the direction with a flashlight, following Leo's tracks, until we couldn't see any more footprints. Me and Marcus looked at each other with fear in our faces. After a few seconds, we heard Leo scream. We kept going in that direction, and we found it. A rusted metal door set into the earth. No lock. Just a ring handle and dirt-covered steps, descending into black. We hesitated. We opened the hatch. The nasty smell hit us like a wall. Rot. Moldavian something. Worse. Like old blood and rotting meat sealed underground for years. Steps descended into total blackness, the kind of dark that feels alive. Marcus lit his flashlight, and we went down. The air was thick, heavy, the walls slick with condensation or sweat, or both. The further we went, the more unnatural it felt. Like this place hadn't been built. It had been carved, scratched into the ground by hand. Then the hallway opened into a chamber, and what we saw stopped us cold. A sprawling underground maze of concrete and rusted rebar. Rows of iron cages bolted to the floor and walls, each one barely big enough to hold a person curled into themselves. Some cages were empty. Some had claw marks. One had teeth embedded in the bars. Chains hung from the ceiling, some with bones still attached. The floor was smeared with bloody drag marks, leading in every direction. A wall near the back was covered in drawings, charcoal stick figures drawn over and over, sometimes with their heads crossed out. Underneath them, words scratched into the concrete. Be quiet, or he comes back. One corner held a pile of old clothes, ripped, stained, children's sizes mixed with adult. Marcus turned to me and whispered, "Tyler, I think we should go." But I couldn't. I didn't want to. I knew I wasn't going to be able to live knowing I left my friends in this place. We heard footsteps and metal dragging coming toward our direction. We hid behind a concrete pillar, and we saw him. The same man from the woods, but now we saw the full horror. His face was scarred and warped. He dragged a rusty axe behind him like a toy, making a loud metal noise as the axe scraped the floor. His clothes were stitched together from rags, belts, even hair. He mumbled to himself nonsense words. By the look on his face, I could tell he was mentally ill. As he passed, he stopped, sniffed the air, and smiled, like he could smell our fear. He vanished into another hallway, and we moved. We found Jen, barely alive, locked in a cage. Her fingernails were torn. She'd been clawing at the door. We got it open. But then Marcus gasped and turned around. The man had found us. He came screaming and swinging the axe, slamming it into the wall inches from Marcus's head. We ran. Jen limped. Marcus fell behind. "Go!" he yelled. I didn't want to. But I ran. The sound of the axe, and his screams, stayed with me all the way out. I escaped into the morning, found a highway, flagged down a trucker. The police came, searched. They found the hatch, the dungeon, the blood, but no man. No Marcus, no Leo. Jen survived, but she doesn't speak anymore. And me? I can't sleep unless all the lights are on, because some nights I hear the axe dragging across my floorboards and a voice, raspy in the walls, mumbling.